Hey there guys, it's Brendan here, and today we're taking a look at the Mattel Jurassic World Dominion Miragaia. This figure is part of the Ferocious Pack, I believe it's called, range. So the smallest figures that aren't basic class figures, about yay big. Most of them don't tend to get any bigger than this. I only have 2 of them from the Ferocious Pack range, which is this guy and the Moros, which I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, side note, I have actually seen Jurassic World Dominion since then. I thought it was pretty good. Not the best in the series, but a solid 7 out of 10 in my opinion. Not mind-blowing or like groundbreaking or anything like that, but decent enough. This figure is interesting because we haven't gotten a Miragaia from Mattel beforehand, and in fact we haven't really gotten very many Miragaia figures, period. Safari made one as part of the Carnegie collection. That's probably the most famous one they've done, and I think Collecta may have also made one. But other than those 2, I can't remember any others being made, and definitely not any like toys like this that have been made that were intended to be a Miragaia and weren't just they had that sculpt on hold. That one Chinasaur that was a clear ripoff of Safari's Miragaia figure. I'm looking straight at you. This figure is pretty small as part of the Ferocious Pack range. I keep wanting to call this an Attack Pack, but that's not what this range is called anymore. But like the other figures in this range, it is decently articulated. The head can move, well, the entire neck can move back and forth. And for those wondering, this neck is one of the more identifiable features of Miragaia. Miragaia had the longest neck in comparison to body size of any Stegosaurid. In fact, it has a neck about as long as Brachytrichylopon, the smallest, not the smallest species, the sauropod species with the smallest neck in comparison to its body size. So, pretty long. Anyways, head and neck can move back and forth. Unfortunately, the head and neck are not on separate joints, so you can only move the neck back and forth. You can't move just the head or just the neck. The mouth can open. It can open decently wide, though I'm a little scared of doing that because it looks like the joint isn't particularly well sat in there, so I'm going to shut that up. The legs can also move, but there's not really much point because it's a quadruped. You're not going to get very many poses out of it. Can the tail? Yes, the tail can move, rotate, if you really so desire. One thing I didn't notice until I got this guy out of the packaging, though, was that 2 of the spikes back here are bent. The reasoning for this is that when this guy was in package, the twist tie was wrapped around these spikes so tight that he couldn't, that they were bent permanently like this. I'm sure there's some way to reset them, but I wouldn't know what it is. So, oh well. Oh, and his DNA code, for those who want it, is right here. If you want to scan it from this video, pause the video now and you can get the code. But that's where it is on him. This figure's not amazing, but it's okay. It's definitely not the best figure from the lineup I've reviewed so far, but I wanted to get this guy and see if he was any good, and he's alright. Nothing special. If you want him, go out of your way to get him, but if you don't want him, this guy's only around, as a Ferocious Pack figure, he's only around like $8 or $9, I think. But if you don't really care for this figure, then don't bother with him.